Your friendly neighborhood YouTuber is rated PG-13. Parental advisory, explicit content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Transformers, mobilize!
Hey, what's up everyone? It's your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, and here we are guys, back at it again with another action figure review. This time, we got a Spawn review. That's right, a Spawn review! We have Cyber Spawn 2 from Spawn Regenerated series, dude. Alright, man. Just when you think I've reviewed every single Spawn figure known to man, I find one that I have not. So, you guys know I love Spawn figures. I have to appease my Spawn audience, and do a Spawn review at least once a month. Right? I think that's fair, right? There's so many cool action figures coming out nowadays. It's good to take a look back at some of the classics, and really from the man who started it all, McFarlane. So, where do you want to start, guys? Articulation, I'll let you check out the design. Before we do that, all the action figures I've reviewed so far, I've been doing a lot of Terminator reviews. My last two reviews right there of Terminator Endoskeleton and John Connor, Sarah Connor. Of course, you guys didn't see that. Check it out. I'm trying to keep it in the cybernetic theme. Over there, we have some other Spawn figures. We have Top Gun, and we have Cyber Spawn 1, which we'll do a comparison with. Okay, guys, so let me give you a close-up detail of this Spawn figure. He's beautiful, dude. I love this candy apple red on this Spawn figure, the green eyes. The design of him overall is very, very nice, man. Very, can I say, not so much anime, but like manga. Right? Kind of like a manga vibe. Very, very dope figure. Detail is very, very nicely done. I think this came out in 2001, I believe. Around the 2000s. There's the back piece right there. There's his shoes, mechanical shoes. Very dope, man. And very, very detailed. His ankle right here is a little loose, so if it pops off, that's just how it is. I don't know if I should glue it in there or not. See how loose it is, so you can pop. The foot pops off very, very easily. It's a ball joint, so I've been trying to get it in there, fit it in there as tight as I possibly can, but it just pops off here and there. So that's the figure. That's with a lot of these old McFarlane figures, man. If you guys watch my reviews, are familiar with watching my reviews. Every time I do a Spawn review, an older Spawn review, something breaks on it, dude. That's just what happens. It's an older toy, and McFarlane, well, with toys in general, they break. Okay, so let's check out his articulation. So, Cyber Spawn 2's head, just pretty much swivels. There's no ball joint. This was 20 years ago, dude. So, yeah, don't expect much articulation in this McFarlane figure. So you guys are not going to get much articulation. He does have a ball joint torso, which is pretty interesting. It's kind of similar to Cyber Spawn over there, which I'll do a comparison and I'll show you. Cyber Spawn is one of my favorite. That guy over there is one of my favorite figures. Bicep break right there. And it appears that a lot of his joints are kind of on ball joints, which is pretty unusual. But they can't really rotate. You can't really get him in a lot of poses because of his design. His design kind of hinders all the possible poses you can get him into. So you can see right there, his shoulder is on a ball joint. His head is not on a ball joint. That's probably the only part that's not on a ball joint. Biceps are right there, the bend right there. It's all on a ball joint right there. This, like I said, his waist is on a ball joint right there. It does feel fragile, so be careful because it could possibly break. He does have articulation in his claw right here. His claw does open up right there, and it is articulated. It is on like a little peg, if you guys can see that right there. So it is articulated. That's his hand. I don't think you can really change it out. That's just a part of his hand, and it can close. So if you guys want to open or close, it's really, really up to you. You can twist it as well. If you want to twist it, I wouldn't recommend twisting it a lot because, like I said, it's an older figure and it will break easily. But that's about as far as you can open up his claw hand right there. His hips are on ball joints. But like I said, they are very, very hindered by his articulation. He can kick up pretty damn far. The design kind of reminds me of a Transformer, dude. He kicked back that far and kicked back that far as well. So great articulation in the legs, man. Great articulation. Look at that. The design of his legs are really, really nicely done, man. Very, very nicely done. Knees bend. That's pretty much it. I wouldn't recommend bending it pretty far because it probably will snap off. Because it has happened to me before where I bent a Spawn figure too far and then the leg just completely popped off on me. The ankles are on a ball joint. Obviously, you can see that right there. See? Like that. It just easily pops off. See, it's a ball joint right there. And you can pop it back in. I mean, if you want it to stay, you could probably glue it in there. But if you push down on it hard enough, you can make it stay in there. So twist that on there and it'll stay for the moment as long as you don't move it too much. Same thing with this ankle right here. It is on a ball joint, and plus you got this, I guess, I don't know, what do you want to call it right here? Another articulation piece right here. Actually, a couple articulated pieces right here at his foot. So you got the heel right here that can go back to where you can have him stand. See, it maneuvers so you can have him stand on his heel to where he has no problem standing. So he's kind of got like a back foot right there. So he has no problem standing. And then he has his heel right here. There's a break right here at the foot, which bends. And then there's another break right here, kind of like, I guess you would consider his toes right there. And that's for both feet. It can twist, as you guys can see right there. He does have ankle rocker. So he's a very, very chunky, articulated figure, but articulated in quotation marks, meaning that he can only be posed in so many ways because of the design of this figure. But not too bad, being that this guy has so much going on. He can be articulated in many different ways. So, especially for its time, when McFarlane at that time was doing a lot of articulated statues, meaning that he was mostly doing a lot of statues, this is actually a pretty good upgrade. I love the spikes right here on the back. He's got spikes on the back of his leg or heel. More spikes right here. They are rubberized like a hard plastic. Spikes right here on his arms. Spikes right here on his knees. Spikes right here on his shoulder pads. Shoulder blades. Spikes on his head. He's got spikes everywhere, dude. Spikes coming out the back. More spikes right there on the back as well. Spikes right here. Very, very dope figure, man. And there's the bottom of his feet right there. And you can see they even detailed the bottom of his feet. It looks steel, but it's not. It's plastic. It's a very, very nicely detailed figure, man. They did a pretty amazing job with this figure, I have to admit. So being that we have Cyberspawn 2 out here, I'm going to bring in one of my favorite figures. One of my favorite Spawn figures is Spawn, the very first Cyberspawn right here. And he's one of my favorites. So he has this swivel right here. It's not a ball joint, it's just kind of a swivel. It's kind of like what they had back in the day, action figure features, where you just kind of turn it back and he swings. That's essentially why his waist is like that. It's like swinging action. This guy is really, really dope. I remember doing this review, like, he was one of my first Spawn reviews on my channel, dude, like a couple years ago. And the quality, he's in my McFarlane reviews if you guys want to check it out, but the quality is not that great. I think I reviewed this guy in my mattress. I had no review spot at the time. I was just kind of starting out, and I was just reviewing figs on my mattress. I was kind of sitting on my floor and reviewing figs on my mattress. It was kind of awkward, as you know, when we all first start out reviewing, it's all awkward. You know, I did a pretty good job reviewing him, but you know, I didn't have it down pat like I did now. Well, actually, I'm speaking out of my ass right now because I don't have it on pat right now, man. I'm still clumsy. I'm still an idiot. I still make stupid mistakes when reviewing figures. And I don't even think I'm that good of a reviewer. You know, I just talk about shit that I like and hope you guys appreciate it. Here is Top Gun. Top Gun is a dope figure. This is from, I forget what series it's from. It's one of my favorite series. It's like a 1998 figure. Awesome figure. He's also in my McFarlane reviews if you guys want to see a review of that. It's a dope figure. I just brought him out because I feel like they kind of have like a similar vibe. Let's break out another figure that my last review that I did of the Terminator endoskeleton, dude. I'm keeping it in the cybernetic theme. That's how I like to do it. That's how I like to do my reviews. Just keep it all in this, you know, same vibe, you know. So if you liked this review, then maybe you'll like this review. And if you're watching this review and didn't watch this review, maybe you'll like this review. You know what I mean? So it's a way to do like a shameless plug as well. T1000 right there. Dope figure. Love that T1000 Terminator. You want to see him with Arnie? There he is with Arnie right there. And then I'll do, just simply because they're here, and I'm keeping it with the Terminator theme, one of my last reviews, John Connor and Sarah Connor right there. Okay, guys. Let me measure him, and I'm going to go ahead and give you my rating of this Cyberspawn 2. So Cyberspawn 2 stands approximately, I'll say, about 7.5 inches going all the way up to the top of his spikes right here. Or his horns, or however you want to look at it. The face is very, very unique as well, man. It reminds me so much of a Transformer. I just love the detail of this figure, man. Very, very well done. Very well executed figure. Dope. It's a really, really dope figure, man. Okay, so let me give you my rating, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I like throwing it back. I still love doing Spawn reviews because I still love collecting Spawn figures, and I still find a Spawn figure that I don't have and that I pick up, and I just love doing reviews because I love collecting, you know, collecting these figures, you know. You should always collect what you like, you know, and that's how my channel started, dude, with Spawn figures, and I reviewed the stuff that I liked, and that's what I was reviewing. So, speaking of review, what is my rating on this guy? I'm going to give him a solid 8, man. A solid 8 out of 10. I think it's a fair rating. A very, very dope figure. He still stands the test of time 20 years later. He is not too shabby at all. Very, very well done. I just now noticed this thing right here, his spike on his back right here. Very, very dope figure. Of course, I got this figure loose. Whether or not I'm missing any pieces, I have no idea. But I think this is all that came with this Cyberspawn 2. If anything else came with them, and if you guys own this figure, let me know. But there you guys have it. A solid 8 out of 10, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you guys had this figure, let me know what you make of him. If it's the first time you guys seen this figure and you like this review, give me a thumbs up. Like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that fancy stuff that lovers do. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, guys, I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next review. Peace out!